Welcome to my channel. Subscribe, listen, and enjoy my stories every day. The morning sunlight filters through the blinds, casting striped shadows across our bedroom. I sit at the edge of the bed, staring at my phone, the weight of an ordinary day ahead heavy in my chest. Lucy said she had a business trip, some vague meeting with a client that needed her immediate attention. I nod, forcing a smile as she kisses me goodbye, her lips brushing against mine with a faint sweetness that stings my heart. "I'll be back in a couple of days," she whispers, a hint of urgency in her voice. I try to shake off the nagging doubt that gnaws at me, a small voice whispering that something is off. "Have fun," I reply, too wrapped up in my own worries to question her sincerity. The day passes slowly. I bury myself in work, but my mind drifts back to Lucy. She's charming and ambitious, but something about her recent behavior makes me uneasy. The way she's been dressing lately, the late nights at the office, and the secretive phone calls that abruptly end when I enter the room. As evening falls, I sit on the couch scrolling through Instagram, aimlessly looking for distraction. Then I see it, a notification. Lucy has posted a new story. It's labeled "For Close Friends," meaning the content is exclusive, meant only for a select audience. Curiosity piqued, I tap on it, and my heart sinks as the video begins to play. There she is, my wife, looking radiant in a strapless dress, her laughter ringing out like music. But then my breath catches in my throat as I see him, a man, well-dressed and exuding confidence, holding her close. My heart races as she leans in, planting a kiss on his lips, her eyes sparkling with mischief. "No, no," I whisper, as disbelief settles in. The man's hand is on her thigh, squeezing possessively. They look so comfortable, so intimate. I can't believe what I'm witnessing. Rage bubbles up inside me like a boiling pot, and I feel my fists clench involuntarily. I need to confront her, to demand an explanation, but a darker thought creeps in, a need for revenge. I've always considered myself the better half of our relationship, the one who supported her dreams, yet here she is, betraying my trust in the most despicable way. "Lucy!" I shout, my voice echoing through the empty house, but there's no response, only the eerie silence that mocks my anguish. The walls feel like they're closing in as I pace back and forth, adrenaline pumping through my veins. Suddenly, I stop. What if I turn the tables? The idea is intoxicating, a delicious spark of retribution. I pull out my phone, scrolling through my contacts until I find Tom, an old friend from college. He's always had a knack for mischief, and I remember the wild pranks we pulled in our youth. I quickly type a message, "Need your help. You in?" Minutes pass, and my phone buzzes. "Always. What's the plan?" My fingers fly across the screen as I describe my idea, a scheme that involves making Lucy jealous, showing her exactly what it feels like to be on the other side of betrayal. "I'll arrange a night out, a fancy dinner, and I'll post pictures on social media, only this time, it will be me with another woman. Someone beautiful and alluring, just to drive the point home." Tom's response comes quickly. "I know the perfect girl. She'll play her part." With a sickening thrill, I can almost taste the bitterness of revenge. But a small part of me wonders, is this truly the way to handle it? Do I want to become what I despise? As the night deepens, I find myself unable to sleep, thoughts racing in my mind like a runaway train. Images of Lucy's laughter, her betrayal, and the passionate kiss with that stranger haunt me. I can't let her get away with this. My heart aches with the weight of betrayal, and it feels like the threads of our life together are unraveling before my eyes. I stare out of the window, the city lights twinkling in the distance, a stark contrast to the darkness that envelopes my heart. Tomorrow, I'll set my plan in motion. Tomorrow, I'll reclaim my power. Little do I know, the repercussions of this decision will ripple through our lives, altering everything I thought I knew about love, trust, and revenge. But for now, the only thing I can think about is how to make her feel the pain she's inflicted on me. As the clock ticks toward dawn, the anticipation is almost unbearable, and I'm ready to step into a new chapter of my life, one where I am no longer the betrayed, but the betrayer. The next day drags on with the weight of 1,000 unspoken words. I can't focus on work, my mind consumed by the haunting image of Lucy and that man. My phone buzzes incessantly with notifications, but I barely glance at it. All I can think about is the message I sent to Tom and the response that ignited a spark of chaotic anticipation within me. By midday, I've turned my office into a war room, my desk littered with notes and half-finished cups of coffee. My phone finally rings, jolting me from my stupor. It's Tom. "Hey, man. So, what's the plan?" he asks, his voice a mix of excitement and mischief. "I was thinking we could hit up that new rooftop bar tonight, the one with the stunning views," I reply, trying to keep my tone steady. "I'll bring someone special. You can help me play it up for Lucy." Tom chuckles. "Oh, this is going to be epic. I've got just the person in mind. She's a total knockout. Trust me, you'll have her eating out of your hand." "Great. Just make sure she knows the deal." "I need this to look real," I say, my stomach knotting at the thought of my plan unfolding. "Don't worry. I'll handle it. Just get ready to impress your date and make sure Lucy sees it all. This is payback, buddy." As we hang up, I feel a mix of exhilaration and dread. What am I about to do? I push the thought aside and focus on the evening ahead. I need to find a way to present myself as the one in control. By evening, the sun dips below the horizon, painting the sky in shades of orange and purple. I get ready, putting on my best shirt, something sharp that highlights my frame. As I look in the mirror, I barely recognize myself. The anger has transformed into a calculated resolve. I arrive at the bar, the place buzzing with energy. The air is thick with laughter, clinking glasses, and the unmistakable sound of music that fills every corner. I spot Tom near the entrance, his infectious smile wide as he waves me over. "Right on time. This is my friend Mia," he introduces, gesturing to a woman beside him. She's stunning, with long dark hair cascading over her shoulders and eyes that sparkle with mischief. "Mia, meet my buddy." "Hey there," she says, her voice smooth and confident. "I hear we're going to have some fun tonight." "Absolutely," I reply, trying to keep the nerves at bay. I need a partner in crime for a little distraction. Tom grins, sensing the tension. "Just remember, we're here to put on a show. Let's make it look convincing." As the night unfolds, we order drinks and engage in light banter. I catch glimpses of couples around us, their laughter ringing out like distant bells, a reminder of what I've lost. I glance at my phone, half expecting a message from Lucy, but there's nothing. I lean closer to Mia, pretending to be enthralled by her stories. "So, tell me, what do you do when you're not dazzling guys like me?" She laughs, the sound melodic. "I'm an event planner. I help people throw parties, make memories. Kind of like what we're doing now, right?" "Exactly," I respond, my heart racing as I picture Lucy walking in. The thought sends a thrill down my spine. After a few drinks, the tension between Mia and me intensifies. I pull her closer, wrapping my arm around her waist. "What do you say we take this party to the next level?" She raises an eyebrow, a smirk playing on her lips. "Are you suggesting we make your wife jealous?" "Let's just say it's all part of the plan," I say, glancing at Tom, who gives me an encouraging nod. As if on cue, I see Lucy walk in with a group of her colleagues. My heart drops, then races again as I wave her over, a mix of hope and dread filling my chest. She spots me, her expression shifting from surprise to a flicker of anger before masking it with a practiced smile. Fancy seeing you here, she says, her voice strained, but the glint in her eyes betrays her. Lucy. Come join us, I say, gesturing to Mia. This is Mia. We were just talking about how much fun it is to let loose. Lucy's gaze narrows, taking in the sight of me with Mia wrapped in my arm. Right. Looks like you're having a blast. The tension hangs thick in the air, and I can almost see the gears turning in her mind. You didn't mention you were going out tonight, she says, her tone sharp. I figured I'd have some fun while you're away on your business trip, I reply, deliberately emphasizing the last words. Tom jumps in, trying to ease the growing tension. Lucy, you should join us. We're just getting started. I can see Lucy's resolve crumbling. She forces a smile, but it doesn't reach her eyes. Maybe another time, she replies, her voice cold. As she turns to leave, I feel a surge of satisfaction mixed with guilt. This is what I wanted, to make her feel the sting of betrayal, to understand the depths of my hurt. But at that moment, I also see a flicker of regret in her eyes, and it makes my heart ache. Wait. I call after her, my voice louder than I intended. What about us, Lucy? Are we really done? She pauses, turning slightly but not looking back. You've made your choice, she says, her voice barely above a whisper before she walks away. The weight of her words hangs in the air, and I turn back to Mia and Tom, forcing a grin. But inside, I'm a storm of conflicting emotions, satisfaction tinged with pain, revenge wrapped in regret. The night stretches on, filled with laughter and camaraderie, but I can't shake the feeling that this is just the beginning. I've unleashed a monster within me, and I'm not sure where it will lead. The thrill of revenge is intoxicating, but I know it comes with consequences. As I sip my drink, I realize that the true game has just begun. The stakes are high, and every decision from here on out will determine the course of our lives, Lucy's and mine. And the question looms large: is this the retribution I truly seek, or am I simply digging my own grave? The next morning, the sun streams through the blinds, illuminating the room in a harsh light that feels like a spotlight on my guilt. I lie in bed, staring at the ceiling, replaying last night's events in my mind. Lucy's expression, the shock on her face when she saw me with Mia, it haunts me. My phone vibrates on the nightstand, pulling me from my thoughts. It's Tom. Hey, man. You up? His cheerful voice is jarring against the backdrop of my swirling emotions. Yeah, I reply, trying to sound upbeat, but I can hear the heaviness in my tone. Last night was epic. You should have seen Lucy's face. She looked like she wanted to punch a hole in the wall. Tom laughs, but it doesn't lift my spirits. Yeah, well, I'm not sure if I should feel good about that, I mutter, rolling out of bed. I wanted to make her feel something, but I didn't think it would hurt this much. Dude, you're allowed to feel hurt. She cheated on you. This is about reclaiming your power. Tom insists. Let's keep the momentum going. You still down for round 2? I hesitate, the remnants of last night's thrill fading. What do you have in mind? Let's meet at that Italian place you love. Bring Mia. I'll invite some friends. We'll turn it into a whole event. Show Lucy what she's missing. His enthusiasm is infectious, and despite my reservations, I feel a flicker of excitement. All right, I'm in, I concede. But I need to keep it under control. I don't want this to spiral. Spiraling is the point. Tom chuckles. Just trust me. I'll handle the logistics. You just focus on looking good and having fun. I spend the day getting ready, the anticipation building like a pressure cooker. My phone buzzes again, this time with a text from Mia. Can't wait to see you tonight. Let's have some fun. I smile at her enthusiasm, but deep down, I know I'm playing a dangerous game. As evening approaches, I put on a fitted blazer that makes me feel confident, but the thrill of anticipation is mingled with unease. I head to the restaurant, the aroma of garlic and herbs wafting through the air as I step inside. Tom is already there, his laughter ringing out as he chats with a group of friends. "Mia's on her way," he says, clapping me on the back. "We're ready to set the stage for an unforgettable night." The table is filled with laughter and lively conversation, but my heart races when I see Lucy enter, her gaze scanning the room until it locks onto me. Her eyes widen with shock and then narrow with fury as she spots Mia at my side. The air crackles with tension, and I can feel the eyes of our friends darting between us, sensing the charged atmosphere. "Nice to see you, Lucy," Tom calls out, his voice too bright, as if trying to diffuse the situation. "Join us. We're just getting started." Lucy's jaw tightens. "No thanks. I think I'll pass," she replies, her voice laced with bitterness. I stand up, unable to let her walk away. "Lucy, wait. We need to talk," I say, my heart pounding. She crosses her arms, her demeanor icy. "What's there to talk about? You've made your choice. Let's not do this here," I plead, trying to keep my voice steady. Mia watches us, a confused expression on her face, while Tom shifts in his seat, sensing the growing tension. "I'll be right back," I tell Mia, who nods but looks uncertain. I follow Lucy outside, the cool evening air biting at my skin. "Why are you doing this?" I ask, desperation creeping into my voice. She whirls around, her eyes blazing. "You think this is some kind of game? You've stooped to my level. I didn't think you had it in you. Isn't that what you wanted? You left me for some guy, Lucy. I have every right to retaliate." "That's not how relationships work," she snaps, her voice sharp. "You're not just playing with my feelings, you're playing with yours too." I take a deep breath, trying to rein in the frustration bubbling inside me. "I wanted to make you feel what I felt. Betrayed. Hurt. Congratulations, you've succeeded," she retorts, her voice low, but I can see the hurt in her eyes. "But this isn't who you are. You're better than this." Her words pierce through the anger like a cold wind, and for a moment, I waver. "Maybe you don't know who I am anymore," I say, the bitterness creeping into my voice. "I know exactly who you are," she replies softly, the anger in her voice giving way to sadness. "And this isn't you." Before I can respond, she turns and walks away, her silhouette disappearing into the restaurant. I'm left standing there, the cool night air heavy with unresolved tension. I return to the table, my heart pounding with confusion. "What happened?" Tom asks, a knowing look in his eyes. "Nothing," I reply, trying to shake off the unsettling feelings. "Let's just have fun." Mia leans in, her eyes sparkling with mischief. "How about we order a round of shots? Let's get this party started." As the shots arrive, I force myself to smile, raising my glass. "To new beginnings," I shout, the words ringing hollow as I down the alcohol, the burn igniting the chaos within me. The night spirals into a whirlwind of laughter and camaraderie, but Lucy's face keeps invading my thoughts, her disappointment cutting deeper than I anticipated. I catch her looking over a few times, her expression unreadable, and I feel a mix of triumph and regret. At one point, I find myself leaning in closer to Mia, our laughter mingling as I attempt to lose myself in the moment. But the moment is fleeting, the thrill of the chase has turned sour as reality looms closer. "Are you really okay with this?" Mia asks softly, her gaze steady. "I mean, it feels like you're playing a dangerous game." I take a moment to consider her words. "I thought I was reclaiming my power, but now I'm not so sure." "Revenge can be a double-edged sword," she replies, her tone serious. You need to think about what you really want. Before I can respond, I notice Lucy again, her gaze locked on us. The fire in her eyes fuels something dark inside me, and I feel a surge of defiance. This is just a game, I tell myself. I'll show her. I'll show them all. But as the laughter and music swirl around me, I can't shake the feeling that the deeper I go into this rabbit hole of revenge, the further I stray from the man I once was. And I wonder if there will be a way back once the dust settles. As the night draws to a close, I step outside for some air, the cool breeze washing over me. The world feels different, twisted in a way I can't fully comprehend. The path I've chosen is dark, and I'm not sure where it leads. But the thrill of the chase is intoxicating, and I'm not ready to let it go just yet. Tomorrow will bring new challenges, but for tonight, the game continues. I'll keep pushing, keep fighting, and find out just how far I'm willing to go for the sake of my pride. Little do I know, the consequences of my choices are already in motion, and the fallout will be more explosive than I ever imagined. The sun rises, casting a cold light on the chaos I've created. My phone buzzes, waking me from a restless sleep filled with fragmented dreams of betrayal and revenge. I rub my eyes, the weight of the night pressing down on me like a heavy fog. I sit up and stare at my reflection in the mirror, hollow, tired eyes looking back at me. I have to keep this up. I can't let Lucy win. The night before still echoes in my mind, the thrill of being with Mia, the way Lucy watched from the sidelines, her expression a mixture of anger and heartbreak. But now, the excitement feels like a fleeting shadow, replaced by a creeping emptiness. I grab my phone and scan through my messages. There's one from Tom. Last night was wild. You ready for the next round? I pause, contemplating my response. Part of me wants to dive deeper into this game, but another part screams for me to stop. I take a deep breath and type back, I don't think I can do this anymore. Before I hit send, I hear a knock on my door. It's Tom, bursting in like a whirlwind, excitement radiating off him. Dude! You look like crap. What's going on? We need to talk about last night. It was perfect. I think we really got under Lucy's skin. Tom, I'm not sure I can keep doing this. It's getting too messy, I admit, feeling a wave of fatigue wash over me. What? You're not bailing on this now. We're in too deep, he argues, his voice rising. Lucy needs to feel the pain she caused. This is our chance. Maybe she already does, I retort, my tone sharper than I intended. Last night was supposed to be fun, but now it just feels like a trap. Tom shakes his head, disbelief written across his face. You can't just back out. This is about revenge. Don't let her win. Let's just drop it, I say, my patience thinning. But before he can respond, my phone buzzes again. It's a message from Lucy, we need to talk. I know what you're doing. My heart drops. What the hell does she mean? I ask, my mind racing. Dude, this is bad, Tom says, his demeanor shifting. You need to handle this before it blows up in your face. I take a deep breath, anger bubbling inside me. I'll handle it. Just, stay out of this for now. I respond to Lucy, meet me at the park at 5. The clock ticks slowly until it's time. My stomach is a knot of anticipation and dread as I drive to the park. I park my car and step out, the cool breeze sending chills down my spine. I walk to our usual spot under the sprawling oak tree, feeling the weight of my choices pressing down on me. When Lucy arrives, her expression is fierce. You think this is funny? What you're doing with Mia? She snaps, crossing her arms. It's not about humor, Lucy. It's about revenge. You made your choice first, I say, my voice steady despite the turmoil within me. I know what I did. But I didn't expect you to stoop so low, she replies, anger and hurt flashing in her eyes. You're acting like a child, and it's pathetic. Pathetic? You're the one who betrayed me. I shout, the words spilling out in a rush. You wanted to play with fire, and now you're getting burned. Is this really how you want to resolve this? By dragging others into our mess, she asks, her voice trembling with emotion. It's too late for that, I reply, my heart racing. You wanted a taste of freedom, so now you can watch me enjoy mine. Suddenly, I notice a figure lurking in the shadows, Mia. She steps out, a smug smile on her face. Look who decided to join us. What are you doing here? I demand, my anger flaring. Oh, you didn't know? Mia laughs, her voice dripping with sarcasm. I'm in on this little game too. Lucy and I had a chat, and let's just say, we're not so different. The ground feels like it's shifting beneath me. You knew about this. You both planned this. Lucy smirks, a dark glint in her eyes. You think you're the only one capable of deception. You thought you could hurt me without consequences. You've crossed a line, I hiss, fury surging through me. I won't let you get away with this. Mia steps closer, her demeanor shifting from playful to predatory. Oh, we're just getting started. You think this is about you? It's about both of us now. You've made this personal. In that moment, everything clicks. My mind races through the possibilities, the deceit wrapping around me like a noose. I can't let this happen. I refuse to be a pawn in their game. Then let's end this, I say, my voice low and dangerous. You want to play? I'll show you how it's done. Before they can react, I turn and sprint toward my car, my heart pounding in my chest. I grab a baseball bat from the trunk, adrenaline coursing through my veins. As I head back toward them, they look shocked, caught off guard by my sudden shift. You really think you can intimidate us? Mia taunts, but there's a tremor in her voice. Watch me, I snarl, raising the bat high. In one swift motion, I swing it toward the tree, the sound of wood cracking against bark echoing through the park. This is what betrayal feels like. I shout, turning to face them, my anger palpable. Stop. You're making a mistake. Lucy pleads, her voice shaking, but I can see the fear in her eyes. I'm just getting started. I roar, swinging the bat again, this time aiming at a nearby park bench. The impact sends splinters flying. Mia stumbles back, eyes wide with shock. You're insane. Maybe I am, I retort, my voice thick with rage. But I'm not going down without a fight. As I stand there, bat in hand, I can see the realization dawn on them. They've underestimated me, thinking I would play along with their game. But I'm not just some pawn, I'm the king in this chaotic chess match, and I refuse to lose. Consider this your final lesson in betrayal, I say, my voice steady. You thought you could hurt me without consequences, but I'm not as easy to break as you think. With that, I turn on my heel and walk away, leaving them behind. As I get into my car, I feel a strange sense of liberation. I've taken control of my life, and no one will make me feel powerless again. But as I drive away, the reality of what I've done sinks in. I've crossed a line, and there's no turning back. The darkness has seeped into my soul, and I wonder what it will cost me in the end. In the rearview mirror, I see the park shrinking away, the shadows of betrayal lingering in my mind. I've severed ties with Lucy and Mia, two women who once held my heart. Now, all that remains is the cold embrace of vengeance, a path I've chosen but can never return from. As I merge into traffic, a bitter smile plays on my lips. I've claimed my retribution, but in the end, I know it comes with a heavy price. I'm alone now, and the solitude feels both liberating and terrifying. The game is over, But the scars of betrayal will forever remain, marking the end of one chapter and the beginning of another, one filled with uncertainty and the darkness I've unleashed within myself.